The other thing I've noted about locomotives themselves, they tend to produce more than they're going to sell immediately, but there is always demand over the course of 5 years such that there are retailers out there that will be stocking a locomotive 2, 3, 4 years after the last batch run. Whereas with passenger cars and freight cars, they tend to cycle quite quickly. I think, yeah, partly because of the price. You're talking 150, 200 pounds for a new locomotive. You're talking 20 to 50 pounds for freight and passenger cars, depending. So people have the pocket money to go out and buy a thing if it's not too expensive. And saving up for locomotives on birthdays and Christmas type of thing. It's how we used to do it when I was a kid. I used to get lots of train stuff at Christmas. It doesn't help that my birthday's the same week, so I would get all the stuff then and nothing for the rest of the year. But if I wanted to buy a thing, you know, your pocket money could buy you a freight car each week if you felt that way. And stop. Forwards. Oh, that's looking very close to not entirely a oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's looking fine actually. Looks like I'm going to miss a bit on the right here. Or surprisingly not. So we'll collect what we can. We may miss a few bits. It looks like we're missing a few bits. So that whole working width still not working properly. Did I forgot to recenter it? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is run it back over here and take us through on the diagonal. Just pulling it away from the edge will give us a little bit more room for the loading wagon to actually turn and gain access to what we're laying down here. So this final row is going to be quite deep. It's about 3 rows on it. And we're right by the alternate exit, so I can exit here. You're gonna fold? There we go. And I guess I should switch around. And this tractor needs a service, which is a huge problem.
Yeah, there is. Mommy? Do you have any extra stickers? Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. This tractor is going through services very, very quickly. So hopefully we can collect this hay and it will credit us for field 7. If it does, we can fix our tractor. If we can't, well, I suppose what I can transfer equipment using the Deutz, because it goes for a longer time between services.
It looks like it's probably be in here. Yeah, there.
I've really got to be careful with this tractor because this is the only front loader we've got at the moment. I can't really afford for it to, I can't afford to trade this one in for a different one without getting loader arms and attachers and everything else for it, for whatever replaces it. Okay, let's unfold that again.
Oh, so that's like one whole entire sack of cycles.
And I will pull that forward in the hopes we can get that serviced. Meanwhile, this one is low on diesel, but only 11% down on servicing.
Yep, it works.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna guess it should be reasonably okay with 600 meters. If we can get this contract completed, that would be the absolute best thing. Because otherwise I have, well, we'll see.
Everyone in my comments,
I can use the Deutz as a transfer unit just to get everything except the mowers down to the other fields, and then later on obviously we'll do the mowing with the Valtra on the field. If we don't get credited with 7 here, on the field that we didn't get credited for, or we did get credited for. So at the very least I can mow, rake, mowed rake and collect the other fields
It's the one tight.
and get the field that that we've completed mowed. We'll see when it happens. Right now this is filling up fast. Okay, hay is a good crop, it's not too heavy. So we will get the full volume of this loading wagon in hay, where with what's it? Conditioned grass, we only get about 30,700 litres. And we are about to be full. There we go. And since we need to go to the export place, we'll be using this side of the field for the rest of this. So back to the store. I thought that according to what is it, Recent Maize Plus, if you set the mower to what is it, cut conditioned, it would always cut conditioned from then onwards unless you changed it, and it would go through a game save. That didn't seem to happen this time. Let's see. Okay, at this point we start playing. Please be 7, please be 7. Please be 7. Contract on field 7 is 30% complete. Yes! Okay, good news. So, that's absolutely what we needed to happen. So we got more hay than we need for field 7. What I could do is complete field 7 and then see if there is a place which is offering more for hay, and instead do that one.
That's the second.
Well,
Look how big it already is.
at least that way we can have some income off all of the hay on this field plus the contract.
Mommy, look how big this type is.
It doesn't really matter if we don't, because we can always come, yeah, we're always going to get paid for the excess hay regardless of when we collect it.
It's the strongest type we ever got the series.
We don't have access to that land, obviously.
Barry's making a snack bigger than this.
Okay, let's have a look at prices of hay. It's exactly the same.
The snack Barry made it
Okay.
as big as the table. Let's see.
It's an option, I guess.
It's almost as tall as you. It's touching the ground.
So the other sell point is up that way, over the hill behind the trees.
Yes.
But I could take some hay there and get our bank balance up over £690. Oh, we're full.
This one? Yeah. Mommy,
Didn't even finish that row.
look what Barry made for me.
Ooh.
It's bigger than this type.
Just big. It's got a scary face. It's nearly as big as you.
This one, not good. This is probably the strongest. This is the second strongest. I'm gonna try and make a character bigger than this, Barry.
His sister's made him a paper snake that's lots of sheets of stuff taped together, so it's nearly as tall as he is. Okay. So one of these was 22% ship. We are going to need to make 5 shipments in order to complete the contract. But I'm going to need to pick up all the hay before I claim it. These contracts aren't as lucrative as silage contracts, but we are looking at about 10 to 12,000 for a couple of them, which will certainly pay for tractor repairs. And then there's the bonus hay, which is, not a great amount of money, I guess. And we are 44% done. Oh! White van man. And the BGA doesn't take hay or grass. It's not a big deal, but I'm actually I'm assuming it takes maize and grass silage. Not actually sure. Okay, that last row we did was a triple merged row, which is why we finished it so quickly. The next one's only a double, so we should be able to make a row in a bit. Or I could just go down and collect the bits that got missed last time. Maybe later. Said before, this is quite a difficult loading wagon to operate because of the position of the pickup head being so far back behind the hitch. I was going to say I could get silage additive tank added to this. I don't think it makes a huge difference to the weight of silage that we can collect, or at least not silage but grass. Yeah, see, that row was only 27,000. Run across the end here so that our rows are a little bit further recessed. Okay, 33,000. I think what I'm going to do here is back up. And as I said, we'll collect the bits that didn't make it when we came up here the first time. Now this should fill it up. Almost. And definitely. Okay, let's stop going over the mounds of hay. And get this contract 66% shipped. So when we take the 5th load in, it will give us what? Give us an indication on which is the next contract that they will credit us with. And then what I can do is, well, we can't claim this contract immediately. I can do a check, I guess. Contracts. Field 7 is 12,000. Oh, 12,000, 21,000 and 19. So this is a lot of money. We're going to get enough money to complete servicing on the Valtra. But I can then have that ship the mower down to the other fields. I'll take this loading wagon down to the other 2 fields. And then we'll shuttle with the Deutz back to the main farm to drag out the other equipment. So I can shuttle the merge and the other thing. The tedder. We'll have to do the tedding, but as soon as I've done one field's tedding, I can set the Valtra off on the worker again. And once that's all done, we can consider done. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that the pickup head hadn't turned on. Oh well. Okay. So that is. I'm going to go back across the rows again up here. Just so I've got a better entrance into the rows that we're doing.
I don't think you can really see him, but because I drawed him out of yellow, it's kind of hard to see. That's his baby.
Oh, that's a baby.
I had enough space to make another one. I had a lot of space.
Okay,
I
so
need to show you.
29,000 room for about 28,000
I need
litres.
to show you the 3
Was,
giant titans.
Quite impressive amount of grass at the top here. But that, see, much easier turn in there. I think I still missed a bit. It is what it is. And there are little bits of hay missed here
I
and there.
I'm going to staple these together.
Probably save those to the last trailer load and then fill this up as much as we can. And I'll swing by the bales sell point to sell the last trailer from this.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this. I'm going
Do I have the turn radius to do that? Yes, I do. And we'll grab that bit. And 34,100, that's more than 900 litres there. Indeed it is, okay. So this is 88% shipped. So the next trailer will complete the delivery requirement of this contract. We do have 5 more rows to do. Potentially that means we've got enough hay on this field to actually complete at least one of the others, if not both of them. The problem is we still have to ship the grass all the way from the store to over here to make the money. And that's a long, tough trip.